Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome back to the Steelseries Southeast Asian Cup Season 4. This is Game 2 of a best of 3 between AMD Mineski, a Filipino team, and RRQ, Rex Regim Kaon, a Indonesian team. Thank you of course to Steelseries for sponsoring this tournament, as well as Dota Talk for very kindly allowing me, Lily, to cast this. So first game was taken by Mineski there. They went for a very aggressive ganking lineup with a Bounty Hunter, Morana, as they'd like to pick up every single game, and basically just kind of snowballed themselves into winning the game. They really shut down the Luna quite effectively. Bounty Hunter basically just following that Luna around the map and ensuring that she couldn't really get any CS or get any experience without taking a couple of hits from the Bounty Hunter, and so she unfortunately just couldn't manage to carry her team to victory. So wondering what RRQ will be bringing to the table this game. Last time RRQ did meet Mineski, it was a best of 1 and RRQ actually beat them out. So the fact that they've lost this game means that, or at least the first game, means that they're probably going to be coming back with a vengeance now. Let's see if Mineski said go, didn't they? Stay there. Did Mineski go AFK? They said go! I don't have my console open, so I can't talk to anyone.
Okay,
I think that Mineski...
5 seconds
I think Mineski... I don't know if they're screwing around or...
Ban. Dire team ban.
Okay. Alright, that was a bit confusing. I hope Mineski is there. That'd be nice. But yeah, so Mineski banning at the clockwork, RRQ getting rid of that Slark, which they did first pick last game, but fortunately to no avail of winning the game.
Yeah. Dire team pick.
Sorry, Pimp Muckle just woke up, so next game we'll be having great camera work and less crap from me. Okay, so Mineski's back, Pimp Muckle's back, everything is going right now. So Mineski going to be banned at the Clockwork and the Venomancer. Slark as well as Alchemist banned out by RRQ. This does mean that Timbersaw still in the pool, or Morana? Morana is going to be Mineski's pickup. Jules must be so bored of the Morana, or at least she would be if she was a boring hero, but Morana is so much fun to play, so I can just imagine he is just deliriously happy, high-fiving the air, fist pumping, and generally doing a happy dance to say, I'm so glad to play Morana again. Last game, in fact every game he does seem to go for a standard build, just picking up Phase Boots into a Midas, Bazzy Ring of course, and then going for a Lincoln Sphere just to be able to kind of dodge spells and just push quite aggressively. Q could pick up the Timbersaw now, which is a really nice offlane hero with a lot of damage output and a good escape mechanism. Otherwise they could pick up something like the, I don't know, Crystal Maiden if they want to get a nice support. They could pick up a core hero if they have, you know, a want to play Invoker. Maybe they're going to go for the Invoker at this point. Just first pick it. Really kind of depends on what exactly they want to do. Since last game they did go for a more traditional 4 Protect 1 lineup, but it didn't quite work out in their favour because the poor Luna just couldn't find any space to farm. So it looks like they're going to first pick up the Bristleback there. So a really strong offlane hero, also capable of playing as a carry role if he needs to, and a very, very scary hero in today's metagame, honestly. Given that fights are going for kind of longer and they're a bit more kind of skirmishy rather than full-blown, you know, 5v5 team fights, sorry about the typing, guys, I was trying to figure out where Mineski was.
10 seconds remaining.
It does give the advantage to Bristleback because he can just keep spamming out this cool phrase. And I mean, even like we saw earlier, the Bristleback was able
Reserve
to,
time.
you know, first blood against a dual lane. So, I mean, Bristleback is really strong as an offlane hero. He can get first bloods against, you know, a 3v1 situation. And once he gets up maybe a Vanguard, a Mech, a Pipe, he's going to be pretty
Crystal Maiden.
pretty happy to just run around. But they're going to go for the Crystal
Dire team
Maiden.
pick.
So, nice support hero there. The aura is really quite happy for Bristleback, meaning he can spam out that Quill Spray as many times as he wants within a team fight. But Mineski can be responding with a Timbersaw, so a really nice mobile
Dire
hero.
team ban.
With a lot of damage output in the early, mid, and even late game phases, since a lot of his damage is pure damage. So, both teams starting off with a lot of, I suppose, damage output. Bristleback versus Timbersaw, I do give the advantage to Timbersaw, just because, I mean, Bristleback,
10
I mean,
seconds remaining.
he is, a stat steal,
Dire
so
team ban.
against the Bristleback he's able to take away the strength from Bristleback, meaning the Bristleback's a lot squishier, and that is something that Bristleback has to watch out for. Plus he does a lot of pure damage, like I was saying, so Bristleback is the kind of hero that gets along because he's got damage reduction, but pure damage cares not for that and really just completely destroys him and rips through him, so
10 seconds remaining.
it's,
5
I mean, a really nice pickup from Mineski, but RRQ now banding out those
Radiant
annoying
team
bottom
ban.
combos with the Shadow Demon. Maybe going to see the Bane band out as well, since Bane Mirana is a pretty annoying combo to verse, like we saw earlier with Titan versus who was it?
Radiant
Titan
team
versus Insidious Idol, just using that Bane Mirana to pick up multiple kills. But it looks like they're going to get rid of another strong support with the Visage. So Mineski at the moment are lacking supports. RRQ have already got the Crystal Maiden. They could pick up, you know, maybe support like the Nyx Assassin. No, Nyx Assassin is banned out, ignore me. You know, maybe a support like the Venomancer is gone, Nyx Assassin is gone. Well, Chenna and Enchantress, honestly, if they have a strong jungle player to give themselves a bit more, I suppose, space for the Crystal
10
Maiden to get levels and
seconds
Bristleback to get
remaining.
levels, and whatever they pick up is their other two cores to get levels up. They could go
5
for
seconds remaining.
something like the Sand King. He's been seen a lot of times
Reserve
today,
time.
and he also does a lot of damage in team fights in the early mid game. Shaker's another option. RK and R in the Radiant, so they can block the mid lane to let the creeps pull up to the Ancients and farm the Ancients as well, so now a lot of experience from the mid lane, so that is a possibility they could go for as well. But having to think about it, not too sure what they want to be taking. I don't know. It really depends. I mean, I think they're going to be better to go for kind of long drawn out team fight type heroes. So something like a Venomancer would fit in quite well because he lives off of damage over time and his slow really combos quite well. They might want to go for negative armor. That is another option. So picking up some support heroes like Vengeful Spirit, for example, who has a negative armor aspect. Wind Ranger is another nice mobile hero
Dire
that
team
slows
pick.
the enemy team down while speeding herself up with a wind run. So she can, I mean, she could be run as a support, or she could be run as a solo mid even, or a solo offlane. It depends on what they want to do with her, so that is a nice versatile hero that gives them a couple of options with how they do want to lane it. Mineski might want to respond with a stun of their own, and they are going to go for the Leshrac, so wow.
Radiant team pick.
I feel like they've forced themselves into picking up something like a Bane to really land all these stuns. I mean, Mirana and Leshrac are both reasonably hard to land stuns, but I mean, I do like Leshrac in that it gives them a bit more tower pushing ability, which is something Mineski are kind of lacking at the moment. Mirana, she can push towers, but she pushes them fairly slowly, and Leshrac will be able to just eat through those towers, something that RRK are going to have to watch out for. As well as the damage coming out of the Diabolic Edict is
10 seconds
really a lot of
remaining.
damage onto that Bristleback, and I'm pretty sure Diabolic Edict doesn't count.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
think it's only physical attacks, actually.
Reserve time.
Yeah, so I mean, the Bristleback is going to make a problem in its composite damage, so the extra armor he picks up when he goes for something like a Shivers isn't going to matter either. So I do like the Leshrac pickup against that Bristleback as well, just giving the extra damage over time. But RRQ now looking at the next pickup,
Storm Spirit.
and the Storm Spirit, wow, so a really...
Dire team pick.
Well, I suppose Mineski don't have any stuns, so... Well, they have got stuns, but they don't have any targeted stuns, so Storm Spirit is going to be having a field day at this point. Nothing really to stop him or lock him down, and I think Mineski, they really need to pick up a Bane. I think a Bane would go really, really well at this point for their lineup, but if they're really not interested in a Bane... I mean, Dragon Knight, hey, he's okay, he can land against the Storm
Radiant
Spirit in
team
mid lane,
ban.
and he has got, you know, some disable, some lockdown to try and take that Storm Spirit down, but I feel like at this point Storm Spirit is going to be running absolute rings around them. Mineski just don't have anything really to deal with him. But I mean, there's a mid lane hero. They're going to be able to push down towers quite effectively and quite quickly from
remaining.
Mineski with that Dragon Knight pickup. And it does give them the targeted stun for the Leshrac to kind of
5
aim his stun
seconds
by as well.
remaining.
So That does fulfill a couple of roles. RRQ on for the last pick. It depends on if they want to have an offlaner or Wind Ranger in the offlane, but the Elder Titan is still in the pool, so they could grab him. That Bane's going to get banned out, so Mineski, no option to pick that Bane up now. Ray's going to get banned out by Mineski, so...
Radiant team pick.
I suppose... Razor ban out's a bit weird. I mean, what are they... What would they really be banning out the Razor for? I mean, unless they're going to pick up Lifesteal or Last. No, they wouldn't be. They've got Marana Core, they've got Timbersaw Core, and they've got a Dragonite Core. I don't really understand that Razor ban out, especially because they banned it so quickly. It meant that they really just didn't want to verse it. I suppose against Dragonite, he does give a bit of grief being able to steal the damage since Dragonite is a melee hero, but at the same time, they don't have that many targeted spells, so that Razor's passive isn't going to really be giving them too much trouble.
Admiral Conker.
And RRQ are going to pick up the Conker as a last pick, so it will be a support Wind Ranger. Probably Conker farming in the tri-lane and Storm Spirit in the mid lane, maybe? Or it could be vice versa, Storm Spirit in the tri-lane and Conker in the mid lane. And Earthshaker the last pick up from Mineski, so there's our other support. But I do like the Conker pick up against the Dragon Knight because Conker Splash ignores armor values, so they can just, you know, hit the Conker Splash onto something like the Leshrac being played by Jay, and it doesn't matter if Jevon has got like plus 300 armor, it's going to be ignored. So I do think that's a nice little pick up there. As well as giving them a bit more AoE, which is something they were kind of lacking a little bit at that point. Anyway, everyone's picking up their heroes now at this point.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alrighty, so we'll go through the plays now that everyone's in the game, and they're going to pause that, of course, just to kill me some more. Ritter is going to be playing, well, looks like an offlane Conker, unless they're switching the lanes up. We'll have to see, but Ritter's going to be on the Conker. Wind Ranger is going to be played by Endless. Jenna is going to be on the support Crystal Maiden. NFR is going to be on that Bristleback, and Koala is going to be on the Storm Spirit. On the side of Mineski, we've got Jay on the Leshrac, Oa is going to be on the Earthshaker, Jesse Vash is on the Timbersaw, Dragonite being played by Joven, and Jules, of course, is playing that Marana. And it looks like this time they're not going to be running 5-man together, they're going to be going to the separate lanes. 5-man is going to be coming out from RRQ on, though, heading towards the top lane. And are they going to be running an aggressive tri-lane? I'm not too sure how the lane is. Looks like... I mean, Koala could be heading to the mid lane. Nobody really seems to be rushing a bottle. I think NFR is going to be playing the off lane, and maybe it's an aggressive tri-lane with Ritter, Endless, as well as Jenna coming out into this top lane with Koala soloing the easy lane. But then again, I mean, I don't think that Koala is really going to have a fun time against this Timbersaw in the off lane, I mean, the easy lane either. I mean, Timbersaw does have a lot of damage output. Sorry,
30 seconds to
I have
battle.
giggles. Okay, so RRQ looks like they are considering running an aggressive tri-lane, or maybe they're going to be moving it down. Ritter is going to be heading down towards the bot lane. Maybe they suspected that Mineski would be running an aggressive tri-lane. Oh no, so Koala. No, I'm so confused right now. What is going on? Alright, so NFR is going to be going to the off lane with an aggressive tri-lane coming out from Endless and Jenna. I don't really know how well the Storm Spirit is going to do against a Timbersaw, especially with Timbersaw picking up a DD rune to start with. But, I mean, still, I mean, Koala, he's a short-range hero, 480 range, and Timbersaw is just going to have an absolute field day. Actually, Jesse Vash immediately going behind the tower, just to auto-attack onto Koala. What a bully! Look at him! It's just like, bam, right in the face. Koala forced to eat a tango already. I think Jesse Vash maybe wanted to cut the lane there, but it didn't work out. But, I mean, you can just see, I mean, Koala's got no escape mechanism. What is he going to do against Jesse Vash? All Jesse Vash needs to do is play super aggressively, and he's going to win this lane. If Koala hits back, well, Jesse Vash is going to have mass regeneration, and I mean, I don't really know what Koala is going to be doing against his lane. If Jesse Vash plays it very aggressively, like I suspect he will. And he has gone for the reactive armor first, so already up to +3 armor. Does he start with -1 armor? I never knew that. Oh no, +4 armor. And, I mean, with the Whirling Death, he really can do a lot of harassment to Koala. Of course, Koala is giving him a run for his money, but Koala's going to be out of mana soon, whereas Jessie Bash probably isn't going to be. I mean, that's a really nice thing about a Timbersaur, is he never really runs out of mana. In mid lane, Bottle already picked up by Joven. He just went for a complete another rush on it, so he's just going to be using the Breathe Fire primarily to win the lane. South Shield isn't going to help him very much in this lane, because like I was saying, Ritter's just going to be harassing using that Tidebringer. So Ritter should be getting what he needs, and Joven should be able to get what he needs, just using the Dragon Blood to heal himself up. He is taking a fair amount of harassment, and I mean, Ritter could really get a kill fairly soon if he chooses to, but Joven will just be bottling himself up, and as soon as that Flying Courier makes itself known, he will be just bottle crowing and surviving thus that way. Man, but Joven taking a lot of harassment. He will just be using the Breathe Fire. He's setting up to try and camp the top rune. Looks like Rita wants a contest, but is it going to be a top rune? It will be. There could be a torrent coming out. He will throw the torrent and just steal the rune there, and then it's a haste rune onto Rita, being a very big bully. In fact, everyone is bullying everyone today in this game. It's very, very sad. But in terms of CS, it's pretty even in the mid lane regardless, and the courier is just coming down to start bottle crowing. And like I said, once there's a flying courier, it will be a lot easier. For this tri-lane versus tri-lane, which we haven't looked at too much, I mean, both teams have got a really nice tri-lane, and of course the big thing is that for Mineski, they need to get a fissure block off onto someone, and I mean, targeting Amphaar is probably not going to lead to a kill. They need to target the Windrunner or the Crystal Maiden, but see how far they're kind of hanging back. They're just chilling so far back that, I mean, RRQ are really just doing the job by kind of stopping Marana. What was that? A stun by Jay. That was just Ninja Boogie Marana style of stun. But yeah, Jay is going to be pulling now, and a Fissure Block going to be just harassing a little bit onto the two supports. It is actually a triple pull camp, so this creep wave is going to be dying very, very quickly. Really not too much they can do against that. Jay actually getting the last hit there on the creep. So the lane is pulled back. On bot lane, Jessie Vash and Koala still just exchanging hits a lot. Level 2 and reactive armor though means that Jessie Vash doesn't care too much. I mean, he's going to have 8 regeneration per second if he walks into the creep wave, so pretty happy guy right there for him. But Koala's also getting what he needs from this lane. I mean, he's actually outlast hitting Jessie Vash at the moment, but still, I mean, I feel like Koala should be losing this lane. I really do. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it just feels like, you know, Timbersaur really just seems to absolutely destroy any of these short-range heroes, or melee heroes, just using that Whirling Death. But at the moment, he's not playing too aggressively. Maybe he's waiting to pick up those mana boots before he does. If he does run out of mana, he could be in trouble, so maybe that's what he's waiting for. Joven on the bot lane, on the mid lane against Ritter. Ritter's going to be throwing out a Torrent. Not going to be hit onto Joven though, he will just back out. But he's Bottle Crow this whole time. Actually, we'll get a double damage rune at bot lane, which is going to be really nice for him. Ritter not contesting it. Ritter Waters, of course, just kind of torrenting in the mid lane, so not finding anything there.
Is under attack.
Ooh, NFR going to get stuck there on the wrong side of the fissure. Endless considering going in to help him out, but still no kills on either side of these tri-lanes. I mean, in mid lane, actually, Joven man-moding onto Ritter. He will get the nice stun if he's got the double damage rune. He's going to be healing himself up, but Ritter is going to bottle himself up a lot faster, and Joven could be the one losing out from this exchange. He's going to buy himself a bracer, heal himself up yet again, and be ready to go back in. At the same time on top lane, Jenna is going to get initiated on. She will get fissure blocked and stunned. That is the first blood, going the way of the Radiant. Or the Dire, I suppose. And actually, Endless is going to be dodging a stun. Nice shackle shot onto Jay. It's a level 2 shackle, so he will be using a power shot. Stun going onto onto Endless, and he's going to be going down now. NFR is on the run. That creep is hating on him though, and he could be going down now. Arrow's back up in 3 seconds. Is Jules going to throw out a totally elite arrow? No, NFR is dodging it like a boss. He does see which way NFR goes, and NFR, oh, so close. NFR does make it away, but Jay is just chasing him down. When is NFR going to go? NFR is going to suicide to the creeps. Oh, Jay can't get there in time, so a good little suicide there by NFR. He does spend all his money before he dies, so he's got the headdress up, he's got his boots, he's got a teleport scroll ready to come back to lane. On the bot lane, Jessie Vash actually been forced out by Koala. Koala's very low as well, but it looks like he's going to be bottle crowing, so he's going to be okay. And actually, Joven in the mid lane going down to Jenna as well as Ritter. Jay was there to help out, but not going to be helping out that much. And oh my god, Jay actually almost dying. Torrent is going to be cast, but Jay dodges it and makes his way back to base. And now score 1-3, going the way of Mineski. Of course, one of those kills was a suicide, so it's technically 1-2 with the one death on the bristleback to neutrals. But, I mean, still, a nice start for Mineski, given that there is an aggressive trialing coming out from RRQ, especially with the bristleback dying. I mean, he spent his gold before he died, so it's not the end of the world, but still, it is a big deal when your tri-lane farmer and aggressive tri-lane dies. In mid lane, Kunkka gonna get initiated on, but not finding a kill either way. Kunkka actually throwing out a torrent, but Joven's having none of it. He's not gonna walk into that. He's not silly.
We say no.
Now Mirana, ooh, is she going to be in trouble? No, she's not, because on bot lane they are looking to go onto Koala, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get a kill. Jay has to hit this stun. He's trying to get that aim off for it now, but Koala's kind of playing very, very defensive. If they can get the stun, I think a Chakram plus a Whirling Death should be enough to take him down, but it's all going to depend on this landing of the stun, and Koala knows that something's up because the supports are missing from the top lane. We do see Owa in base, but he's rotating to the mid lane now, and Joven's actually healing up. His ultimate's up for another couple of seconds, and he just needs to get the stun off. He will be able to get the stun off. Owa's coming in, trying to rotate in for another fissure. He will get the fissure off, but a boat flying wildly astray. And on bot lane, ooh, Jesse Vash being initiated on by Koala. Koala will be able to make his way out. Stun not landing onto him, and that does mean that Koala knows he's being ganked. He's just border coring though, so he's going to be okay. On top lane, two supports wrapping around behind the tower. Jules could be in trouble. He's trying to leap his way, will leap his way into the trees there, and he does manage to make it out. No, he gets shackle shot to the tree. He throws an arrow onto Jenna. He will got the star storm. Maybe I'll actually kill off Jenna. Jenna getting very, very low, but Jenna should be okay. And now Jules is trying to juke his way around the trees, but he's going to get stuck in there by Endless. But in comes the two supports. Another stun missing by Jay, but it doesn't matter. He gets a double kill. Jenna now is on the run. Jenna stuck in the trees, no way to get out. He buys a TP scroll, but he's going to go down. Triple kill into Jay. NFR on the run too. There is 5 magic stick charges on the Earthshaker, so he has got enough for a stun. He's going to try and block an NFR if he can. He will get one stun off. Follow-up stun. Oh my god, Jay hit a stun finally, and that's going to be an ultra kill onto Jay there. And now even Kunkka's coming in to join the party, so could this be a rampage onto Jay at 8 minutes into the game? Could it be? They need to hit an arrow on Jules. Ritter is going to be trying to, he doesn't know where to go. He's going to be throwing a boat to where he's going. An arrow is going to be landing. Jay wants his ultra kill so badly. You can just see him trying to time it, but he's going to get frostbitten. Actually thrown up into the air with a torrent, and oh my god, 20 health, 7 health, 2 health because that Coco Rum saving his life. Ghost Ship, definitely worth it, but at the same time, Dragon Knight is going to be going down due to Koala, I think it was. So big team fight on top. 4-7 going the way of Mineski. Of course, 4-6 because of one suicide, but still, what a crazy amount of team fights going off across the map.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, and now on top lane, looks like they want to maybe initiate yet again onto NFR. There's 3 heroes up there. On bot lane, Jesse Vash could be in trouble. We do see a rotation of Endless as well as Koala. Koala with a double damage rune, in fact, and Jesse Vash is in a lot of trouble. He does try and intimidate away, but no, not going anywhere. Shackle shot latching him to a little creep there, and he is going to be going down. And in terms of net worth and all of those things, it's pretty even. 2,000 experience in favour of Mineski, about 1,000-ish gold in favour of Mineski too. Bot tower just being pushed now by RRQ, but their pushing ability isn't that high. I mean, they have got decent attack damage with the double damage rune, but it's not amazing. Oh, Jesse Vash will be coming down to the bot lane now. Just trying to get a chakram to delay that push. Storm Spirit running to that rune. Dragon Knight will pick it up first. Now Koala's in a lot of trouble. He's completely out of mana. The two supports are here. Jay will fall up with the stun. Even Echo Slam. Koala must feel so sad right now. Echo Slammed. Killed him. But now, nice pick off there. So 5-8 at the moment. Going the way of Mineski is still on bot lane. Endless just doing a little bit of pulling. Top lane, NFR, he's trying to get that mech up. He's got his treads up already, and he is giving a lot of harassment there to Jules. Jules might be worth, upgrading that stick to a 1.
Bottom tower is under
just
attack.
because of the extra burst of regen it gives you, against a bristleback. Especially if they do decide to dive in, which it looks like they are happy to do. With the Storm Spirit, I mean, there's no reason not to just go full dive oriented. Koala now. He's trying to get up an Orchid or an Oblivion, or
Dire's top
Oblivion
tower
into
is
Orchid, I
under
suppose would
attack.
be a better way to put it. On top lane, NFR just pushing onto the tower. Jules doing what he can to defend, but he's not that good at defending either. I mean, Mirana's much more of a ganking-based hero, and he's picked up, you know, a Ring of Health. He's got his boots of speed, but farm-wise he's not doing so hot. He's 0-1 at this point in the game.
Oh no.
Oh, my top lane NFR, mid-yawn, getting initiated on. Will he be able to make it away? No, dominating streak onto Jay. That was the worst time to yawn, I'm sorry. Dominating streak onto Jay there. Taken down by Marana and
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
On the bot lane now, maybe going to be seeing some pushes. Kaon just doing some pushes. The Chakram, they're really just delaying that push so much. Koala will be taking the damage at the tower there just to try and get this tower down. They want to get this tower down, desperately get themselves even a little bit of golden map control, especially since the Storm Spirit is a tri-lane farmer, or I guess he was a solo farmer, but still, as an easy lane farmer, I guess would be a better way to put it. He does need to get a decent amount of you know, a decent amount of farm really, and get up a pretty fast Orchid just so we can start ganking. Once he's got that Orchid up, Jules is going to be in a lot of trouble, especially because Jules has really got virtually nothing. Actually, on bot lane, could be a big fight coming out. Moonlight Shadow is used, they're chasing them all down. Jenna, so slow, but she might be able to make it away. They're looking at Koala, in fact, but Koala, he's a Storm Spirit. What are you going to do to him? And on top lane, rotation coming up from Storm Spirit. Marana is going to be taken down if she doesn't watch her positioning, and even Windrunner coming up. But at the same time on the bot tower, they do manage to grab Endless side, who was trying to rotate up. Jenna is going to be able to TP out happily, but they're going to be getting off Endless. Jules is going to pull now, so he should be able to make it out okay. And this looks like this first tower of the second tower of the game will be going the way of Mineski, pushing down the bot tower. So both top tier 1 towers are down. Looks like Kaon are going to be happy just to exchange it for the top tier 1 tower if they can. No rotation coming out from Mineski looking to defend this tower. No, they do see one. Arrow actually going to land onto Koala. That is a decent time arrow. Koala going to be taking a lot of damage from Bone. Right onto the head. They do take Koala down using the Earthshaker Echo Slam just to seal the deal. Stun going off into Ritter next. Jay has got his AoE Earth split Earth up in 1 second. He will be able to get it if he can land it, but Ritter dodging like a new pro. He dodges it, basically, I guess is what I was trying to get at. And they won't be able to kill Ritter off just now. NFI now diving forward. He's almost got that mech up. He's 1-3, but still almost got the mech up, so he's quite a happy guy.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And in mid lane, Leshrac does manage to get down 1 tower. On top lane, Jules just kind of going mad mode into NFR, because why not, man? When you're a Marana, you can mad mode anyone. Actually, Torrent going out and knocking him to Jules, but man, he's already just down to half health. He's trying to farm up that Midas next, but it's going to be a pretty slow Midas at this rate. I mean, it's 14 minutes into the game and he doesn't have it up yet. But his whole allies are all lurking in the bushes there. Actually, almost with Blink Dagger up onto Oa, which is going to be a huge item pickup. Once he's got that Blink Dagger, he's going to be the initiation power that, I mean, Mineski have already got decent initiation from the rest of their heroes.
Dire's top tower has
hey,
been
even more
denied.
going to be coming out when they've got that Blink Dagger, able to blink in an Echo Slam. And, I mean, I wonder what we're going to be seeing the Dragonite pick up. Is he going to be going for a Shadow Blade or a BKB? He's got something fire on the career. It could be a drums, or it could be the start of either a Shadow Blade or a BKB. A Shadow Blade means that they're probably going to be... I mean, they probably don't need a Shadow Blade, honestly. It looks like he's going for one, though. He's picked up the Claymore. And, I mean, it does mean it's going to be able to kind of initiate in, just flying himself forward, and Jay is playing quite aggressively, looking for a pick-up on someone. They do split out Ritter, but it looks like Windrunner is going to be the target of choice, who ran into them by accident. But in comes a huge ship Torrent right onto the two supports. They drop down a sentry. Jay and Oa are going to be going down now. Jesse Bash wanting to do what he can, and Ritter has been taking a lot of damage from his hasted up Dragon Knight, and Timbersaw is going to be able to get a double kill at that point. Timbersaw wanted to go onto Koala. Now they do get the stun off. Koala's got no mana on Koala. Is going to be going down, and triple kill onto Jesse Bash, and 3 down now from RRQ on. And now, actually, RRQ and NFR is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get the initiated on next, but he should be okay. And that's a Shadow Blade done on the Dragon Knight there after that triple kill. So, what a team fight there, going the way really of Mineski. 7-15 now is the score. Shadowblade done. Mech is done on the Bristleback, which is a nice farm, but I mean, you can just see how his net worth is kind of trailing behind. Dragonite on 6.5, Timbersaw on 5.8, Storm Spirit there on 5.5, and Marana on 5.4. So, I mean, really, not really keeping up, I suppose, on Archaon's pickups.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mirana, she's gone for that Midas now too, so she's going to be catching up in farm quite significantly as well. And when you compare it to what the farm on Kunkka, he's got a Shadow Blade up, so that is going to be a nice initiation item, but is it going to be enough really? Because all AMD Mineski need to do then is pick up a gem, and that's going to be Kunkka immediately countered quite significantly. Bristleback has just got a mech up. Storm Spirit has got one Oblivion staff up, which is virtually nothing. I mean, he's really a poor Storm Spirit, and he's having a hard time kind of initiating in. And I mean, I was saying that Dragonite pickup was maybe not enough in terms of stuns, but yeah, it looks like it is. All they need is Dragonite to stun once, and then everyone else can just chain stun after that. So, I mean, Archaon looks like they want to try and get some pushing down. Vanguard actually picked up onto the Timbersaw. Oh, it looks like he did it intentionally. He wanted to finish his Bloodstone. Good thing he can disassemble quickly, otherwise he would have been stuck with a Vanguard there. And he's kind of confused. He does have the Bloodstone done now though, 17 minutes into the game, so a nice fast Bloodstone and lots of time to build up charges. And it looks like Joven diving in, he will catch Endless out. Actually, at the same time, Storm Spirit picks off Jules on the top lane, but Endless in a little bit of trouble, but there's no backup from the supports. They're not fast enough to kind of keep up with the Shadow Bladed Dragonite, so he will be able to make it out okay. And the top lane, Storm Spirit getting a nice pick off there on Jules. I mean, Jules going for the Midas means his farm will be increasing quite quickly, but at the same time it also means he's only got a Midas at this point in the game. So when you're versing a Storm Spirit, I mean, once the Storm Spirit gets up the Orchid, Jules is going to be in a lot of trouble. He's not going to be able to leap away, and that did take 2 there, with probably the X marks the spot being cast to kind of keep him back, but still, actually, NFR could be in a bit of trouble. Joven wanting to dive behind this tier 2 tower, but
Radiant's middle tower
back to
is under
Crystal
attack.
Maiden standing on the high ground and just saying, keep away, I don't like it. And Sentry Ward will be picking up the newly planted ward just there, so that's 100 gold wasted. Well, the poor supports on Mineski though, I think the supports on Mineski are pretty rich. I mean, 3 times the net worth, or almost 4 times the net worth on the supports
Dire's
from
top tower is
Archaon,
under
so
attack.
not too much to complain about there for them. Anyway, now if we do look at the golden experience graph yet again, around about 7,500 in terms of gold experience, around about 7,500 for Mineski. And we will be seeing a smoke gank now coming out from Archaon, so they're heading maybe towards the Roshan pit. Now might be a nice time for Mineski to Roshan, but it looks like they're not quite ready to do it yet. Blink Dagger is done on the Earthshaker now too, so nice amount of gold coming out for him. But no, they see that they're not in the Roshan pit. They weren't revealed when they walked into the area, so they know that Mineski's somewhere around the mid lane. Mineski though, they don't really need to come forward at this point.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And there's a Blinker Dagger.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And he's ready to do some big, huge Echo Slam. Just wait for it. It's gonna be like, wow, Echo Slam. Should start shouting and get really excited. Yeah, so Jessie Vash farming in the mid lane. Pretty much everyone's just farming at this point in time. And now Smoke Gang coming out from Mineski. They are Shadow Bladed up on the Dragonite. He's going to catch Koala out. Oh, this could be devastating. Stun follow up. Koala can't get away, and he's just going to get dropped by all the stuns. Joven will get shackle shotted, boat, torrent, but he's got the haste rune, so he's going to be able to dodge that boat. They've got the Coco run on him, but it looks like they want to go in on Ritter anyway. They will get 1 stun off, double stun, not going to be landing. Oh my god, huge Echo Slam. Oh my god, what an Echo Slam. Onto 3 heroes there. NFR and Endless, last one standing from this team fight. NFR, well, not for long. He's going to be going down. And that is a 4 for nothing exchange. What a gank there by Mineski. And that was a 4v5 situation. Jules was not even there. Jules was just farming the top lane the whole time. And this tier 2 tower mid, I can't imagine how long it's going to withstand with these 4 heroes hitting onto it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortification is used, but I mean Jules is going to be getting this top tier 1 tower no matter what. This mid tier 2 tower is very, very low. Shackle shot not latching onto anyone. Looks like on top lane Koala wants to go into Jules. He will be able to get Jules down using that Orchid that he just picked up. But still, I mean, it's not I mean, it's good, but it's not.
Radiant's
like
middle tower has
no,
fallen.
it's a good pick off there. Taking down Jules before he gets that Linken's up and denying that Linken's from even further. I mean, Jules at the moment 0 to 3. That's a far cry from that ultra kill Jules we saw last game. And Oa now picking up, well, the starting of an Arcanum Scepter, it looks like. So he just wants to Echo Slam everyone as much as he can. 9 to 19 at this point. Gold now about 12,000 in favour of Mineski. Experience around about 12,000 as well. And things are looking very, very dire for RRQ yet again. I mean, they could turn around if they can get, you know, a nice boat ship combo. That's going to be a huge amount of damage, but it's really hard for them to do that. Just because of the positioning and the mobility on Mineski. I mean, they've got a Blink Dagger, they've got a Force Staff on the Leshrac, they've got a Timbersaw who's got the Timber Chain, they've got a Dragonite who's got a BKB almost coming up, and a Shadowblade Murano who's got a Leap, who isn't even joining the team fights. So, I mean, RRQ are kind of losing these fights 4v5, and not only losing the fights 4v5, they're also don't have any real way to kind of win the team fights unless, you know, Mineski make a mistake at this point in time. Anyway, speaking of making a mistake, Jesse Vash now just diving in the mid lane, all of them. There's 3 heroes here, maybe they want to go for a kill on him. We'll get a Crystal Nova off. Power Shot not going to be hitting those, so we should be okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Rita just trying to get some farm up. Really pretty much everyone on RRQ is trying to get some farm up. I can imagine Koala's next item. I would say a Linken's is going to be the better item for him. I mean, a BKB is great, but they really only have that one targeted stun coming out from the Dragon Knight. So, I mean, a BKB, if he can cast it fast enough, it will be helpful. But if he wants to be initiating in, maybe a Linken's is going to be a better choice, because a BKB, you know, will stop that one stun, and then he has time to kind of react and ruffle ball himself out of the danger zone. But anyway, Dragon Knight pick it up in Viscera, good as BKB, flying out the courier very, very soon. Everybody was farming. Everyone's just farming. Looks like they might be looking at the Roshan pit. Okay, you can kind of see them hanging around the Roshan, but they've got a nice aggressive wards on both sides, so they know they're not there, but actually in mid lane, well, Jesse Vash just playing so angrily. Wants to take down Ritter if he can. Ritter better watch his back, because Jesse Vash hates him. Not really, but maybe a bit. And yeah, everyone's just kind of walking around. I mean, this is probably what RRQ need to do. I mean, Kunkka can single-handedly carry the team if he gets like a double Daedalus and a really nice crit. But it's still like a lot of, I don't know, I don't even know what to say at this point. It's kind of just like Mineski are running around, like farming. They probably want to get up the Linken Sphere onto the Mirana. She's got the ultimate orb up yet? Yeah, she's finally got the ultimate orb, so the Linken Sphere is going to be coming soon. And then she can probably just put the Linken Sphere on Jesse Vash, and then Jesse Vash can just dive in and try and 1v5. But I mean, I'm not too sure what Mineski are exactly waiting for. I mean, they could just get a gem and go take the Roshan, but they're not for whatever reason. They're going to be specking up, so maybe going to be going for a gank on the mid lane. NFR is there all alone. Dragon Knight going to be popping in Haste Ring as well as his ultimate form. He's diving in. Is he going to find anyone out though? I mean, there is. Oh, Storm Spirit takes off.
Told you a storm was.
Jules yet again, and in they go. Endless is going to be the target. Endless just gets 3 hit, and he's down. NFR, next target, and Stun is going to hit on him. Jay is popping out that Diabolic Edict, and NFR is on the run. Echo Slam, no. For once, no. But NFR is going to be going down. A 2-for-1 trade, looting Jules in exchange for the offlane as well as the support. Jules is now pinging the hell out of the Ancient, saying, I hate you guys, come help me farm. I want that Linken Sphere. But he's not going to get it, because nobody cares about him. 0 to 4, and his team's just carrying him. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Jesse Vash now farming. Koala's just going to make a run for it. And this tier 2 tower should be going down now. I can't imagine how much contest is going to be coming out. Oa has got that Echo Slam, so if anyone gets in his way, he's just going to beat and slam their face.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Timbersaw 14 charges on the Bloodstone. If we look at the net worth I mean, the supports are so poor for Kaon. 14,000 gold lead, 14,000 experience lead. Item-wise, they are very much in the lead too. Jules could be in trouble now, actually. There's no koala to take him down, but Ritter is going to be happy enough to do it. He tries to leap away. Actually, Torrent X marks the spot combo misses. And now Owa maybe wants to take down Ritter if he can. Ritter might be trying to TP out. Is Owa going to go for it? Owa is looking like he wants to go for it. They're hunting in the jungle now. He will spot out Ritter, and Ritter knows he's in trouble. He knows he's in deep trouble, but he will be able to Shadow Blade out of the way. But do they have a gem? No gem quite yet, and Ritter will just be able to blink to the TP trees and TP out. But Lincoln's is finally done onto Marana. That must make her so happy. Jay's kind of farming around. Looks like they will go for the Roshan. Arrow is going to land, so more than Ninja Boogie can do. Owen now is going to be farming. Joven is going to be farming. And they will they should be able to get this Roshan without any contest. I don't know how Arcane can really defend it at this point. I mean, Koala's almost got up a BKB, which would be really nice. NFR quite tanky with that mech as well as the Vanguard. Ritter going for his own BKB, but the Roshan's going to go down. And Dragonite actually going to be taking the immortality, Aegis and immortality at this point. Aegis, I suppose. Aegis. And now this might be what Mineski felt like they needed to push the high ground. They've got all T2 towers, but this last one on the bot lane. Okay, they were just kind of pushing the top lane. They've got 4 heroes defending behind Koala, but Koala's got to play defensive and just TP out. So BKB done now on to Koala. So he's going to be pretty happy to go in and do a lot of damage if he can. Timbersaw going for a Hex looks like for his next item. Or he could be going for a Lincolns of his own. Maybe they just want to share Lincolns around. You know, around the team, everyone gets a, you get a Lincolns, you get a Lincolns, you get a Lincolns. Just like you get a car. Or bees. Bees.
Dire's top tower
Ritter though is going to be just kind of hanging out in the top lane. I'm not too sure what his plan is. Maybe he could just like X marks himself and then TP back. And then come back in. No, that wouldn't really do anything. That'd be absolutely stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that, Ritter. That would be ridiculous. But I mean, he could be able to get this top tower down. Jules is kind of coming up though. Jules has not got the arrow though. He did miss the arrow, so Ritter might feel like he's in a bit of trouble. He will in fact Shadow Blade at the first sight of danger, while 3 heroes still from AMD Mineski are pushing onto the bot lane. No defense coming up from RRQ on the head to mid lane to try and trade a tier 1 for the tier 2 tower. Not the best trade, but at the same time they really can't teamfight at this point in time. And mid lane, Jay wanting to defend this tower alone, but it's probably not a good decision. TP's coming out now though from Timbersaw, so it looks like they will just get this tier 2 tower scot-free, not losing the tier 2 in top and not losing the mid tier 1. Mid tier 1 not within deny range though, and what a ward with that one. What a ward, I didn't even notice that. That literally gives no vision. I guess maybe they were trying it. They wanted to see if they could get vision around this area, maybe? Its theoretical vision is fairly high, but its practical vision is none. Jessie Vash was actually getting rid of the trees. I was wondering why Jessie Vash was getting rid of the trees there. That would be why. Anyway, Koala's going to be going down, that BKB going for naught. Ritter will TP out just in front of all of them, but they haven't got any stuns to stop him. But Koala didn't even get to use that BKB. That's what I was talking about. A Lincoln Sphere might be more help, because he can use that Lincoln Sphere to dodge that first stun, and then after that he can be okay. But now Mineski might want to be pushing the high ground, feeling a bit more comfortable at their gold as well as experience advantage. I mean, 20,000 gold, experience around about 15,000 as well. Mineski really could be pressuring the high ground and kind of taking the lead at this point, especially with Koala being dead, but it looks like they're feeling still a bit shy about it. Jules is not joining the team fight. Maybe now they'll be going in. Dragonite does pop his ultimate form. Koala still dead. Ritter going to be using the torrent, not landing onto anyone though, and clearing the creep wave. Jenna will throw out a stun as well as X marks the spot onto wow, Joven getting very, very low. He will be forced to bottle up and use that Shadow Blade in fact, but he's got the BKB, so even if he dies, it's not going to be too much of a problem. shackle shot actually landing onto Joven now. Team B coming in. Torrent not hitting onto anyone, but they will be able to get the Aegis down from Joven. Gets a last second stun onto NFR, but his BKB is ready to be popped. Koala, they're going into the side, trying to go into Earthshaker. He will manage to catch onto Jay, but BKB is popped, so not too much they can do, and now Joven's in the middle of the team fight. Will get shackled again. He doesn't pop that BKB, now Crystal Bane throwing out the ultimate. He will turn around, just trying to take down Rid of it. Rid is quite tanky. With the death of Timbersaw, he should be back up to full health. Echo Slam on 3 heroes, but he doesn't have the fissure up, and he will get shackled to a triple blow. Shackled isn't going to land anything, but Jay's back into the team fight, ready to help out again. Joven's still lurking in the trees there. We'll be able to get a stun onto Jenna. Fire Breath should seal the deal. Yes, it will be. Jules still has not joined this team fight. Jules is still literally just farming while the rest of the team kind of throws the game away. But Jesse Vash now back in the team fight. Very fast respawn time. Ritter will finally be going down, and Xbox is spot bringing Jesse Vash back. There's still 3 down. Koala is going to be heading back to the base on low health as well as low mana with that BKB on cooldown. So Joven's got his ultimate back up in 20 seconds, so they could decide to push the high ground now with that. It looks like maybe they're going to be backing out. Jules is still pushing and farming on the bot lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think Jules is a little bit upset that he got picked up so many times earlier that he's just farming now. He's almost got the Desolator up, and that's probably what they need to feel comfortable pushing. But Koala chasing after Jules. He does manage to get that leap off. Koala just using that, was it Lincoln Sphere or the pool? Using the Orchid to cancel the Lincoln Sphere. Alright, and now AMD Mineski just farming up again. They've almost got the Hex up. Sorry about the camera work, it's getting kind of cold here. Oh, it's a beautiful sunset though. Anyone else from Melbourne can see this sunset? I just looked at the courtyard, and the courtyard is literally purple because of the sunset. That is awesome. Yeah, so I want to go outside now. Screw Dota, I want to go outside. First time I've ever said that. Jesse Vash now will be farming. He's almost got the Hex up like I was saying. Net worth still in favour of Mineski, around about 20,000 experience, gold over 20,000. So really not that much reason why Mineski aren't pushing up the high ground. Obviously they find it a bit difficult. Trying to push against a Timbersaw and a Kunkka is kind of hard, but I mean at this point I feel like if Jules joined the team fights they could actually have won it at this point, but still. Jules has got the Desolator up, so maybe he feels a bit more comfortable coming to join the team fights at this point. I mean, with the Desolator, he should be able to just rip through the towers as well as the heroes. Jules is still just farming. Oh, stop it, Jules. We know you died a whole bunch, but you don't need to farm.
I'm over here.
Oh, and now Jules will get initiated on. Lincoln's for nothing. Is he going to die? He tries. He gets double force-upped out, in fact, but Koala just hates him. And even though Jules just spent the past 40 minutes farming, he will be going down. Koala now in a bit of trouble. He's out of mana. Stun is going to be missing, though. He gets force-upped out, but always coming in. Koala will get stunned down, and Koala is going to be going down now. Unstoppable streak onto Joven. And if could be the next one to fall, but Koala immediately buys out. Jenna taking a lot of damage from that Timbersaw. Timbersaw, though, doesn't really care. And in comes Koala Jody yet again, going on to that Timbersaw. Ooh, Joven trying to save his life. Timbersaw just suicides himself, though. He wants to give items to the fans. But now Joven on the run. He's going to get X marks his body. He doesn't have a BKB, but there is an Echo Slam. Just go cast the Echo Slam on someone. Blink Deck is cancelled for a second or two. He will stun and take out Ritter, but now Jay is on the run too. He's being auto-attacked down by the 2 supports. They do nothing, but Koala is back into the team fight yet again. How does this guy keep coming? Oh god. But now Oa is on the run. Still never used that Echo Slam and stun onto Koala, but this is just Joven v4. Timbersaw is back up. He's trying to timber chain his way down as fast as he can. His boots of travel are off cooldown, but looks like he's not interested in helping Joven. He's just going to let Joven die. And he buys his Hex now, so maybe that's what he was waiting for. But still, 5 down there from Mineski. What a turnaround by them. Buyout from Koala, definitely doing some work. Jesse Vash now running around. He did suicide there, I think a little bit prematurely, but of course he did heal the Dragonite up to full health, so nothing to complain about there. Jesse Vash still just farming. Koala really doing a lot of work. I mean, 11 to 7 to 4. He is pretty much all of the team kills. They will all be smoking up now. 4-man smoking. There is a little bristleback on the bot lane getting some farm up. It looks like he's going for an assault curious next. He's picked up the chainmail. He's almost got enough to afford it, in fact. But Jules is chasing him down. Arrow going to be flying out, not landing onto him though. He will be able to just TP out. And Jules is just going to do a bit of farming. Actually, he's going for a Heaven's Halberd, so he skipped the AC and just gone for that extra minus attack damage, which will be minus attack damage. Minus attack, I suppose, would be a better word for it. But Roshan is not going to be respawning for another 40 seconds, so double damage and they're just going to leave it. But oh no, Jesse Bash in a lot of trouble. He is going to get 3-man ganked. He's silenced out. He's very, very tanky. He's got the Hex. He will use the Hex, but that... Oh, Timber Chain's away. Is he going to outlast this? It looks like there will even be. He's only on 100 health, but still, that is enough to get him free. And a lot of resources are used by RRQ, but they can't take down that tanky little Timbersaw. And Mirana used her ultimate. Roshan back up in 10 seconds. And actually, isn't it funny that Mineski were winning teamfights without Jules, but as soon as Jules comes, they start losing? Maybe it's a sign. Maybe Jules shouldn't be helping. No, I just kid. I jig. But there is a Roshan up and a double damage rune taken by Hoven. Hoven has got the double damage rune. How do these Pinoys keep doing this? Every single game they miss an arrow and Roshan. It's not that hard, guys. He's gonna be in this area. Usually in this area. How do they miss the arrows? Anyway, whatever. Manta now done on Jules. He's got the Aegis. He's probably just demanded it, saying, look, I keep dying. Give me the Aegis. Poor Jules. He's so sad. He's having such a hard game. But with the Manta now, he should be good to push the high ground. No buybacks on anyone. And, I mean, net worth-wise, they are pulling ahead so hard. Gold, about 25,000. Experience, around about 20,000. A lot of it's in the supports. I mean, if you look, this Jay has almost got the same net worth as the mid-conker, which is quite significant if you think about it. Now they are ready to go high ground. Jules will be hitting onto the tower. Torrent, nice shackle shot landing onto Joven. Joven in a lot of trouble. I bet he wishes he had that Aegis now. He will be able to put the Shadow Blade and the BKB. Will he make it away? Jules is doing as much damage as he can, but it's not that much, and the Manta's still not there yet. Jules is probably going to be going down at this point. He is invisible. He's on the run. He's going to get pinned back, but in comes a Gekko Slam landing onto 2 heroes. Jules has still got that Aegis up, so he's going to be good to fight. Manages to get down 2 by Jesse Bash. Crystal Maiden is DC from the game, but no pauses, I guess. And now NFR will be the next one to fall. Endless on the Windrunner. Hasn't got that Windrunner up. They will just be chasing her down. Fissure as well as a Chakra seal the deal. That's an ultra kill into Jesse Bash as well as the Rax going down. Is there any defense coming out from Archaon? Probably not, because there are no buyouts. Oh no, there is a buyout. No, nobody from Archaon. So no buyouts, and there's going to be 2 lanes of Rax falling.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
and now this mid lane will be falling as well.
Middle tower. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Jules, being a nice guy, asking if they want to pause.
Radiant's
no, GG is just going to be called out by RRQ, so a 2-0 going the way of Mineski. I mean, GG well played to both teams. RRQ really did give it a good go. Good old Aussie try, or whatever the saying is. I don't remember. But anyway, GG well played to both things. Thank you, of course, to Steelseries for sponsoring this tournament. Thank you to Dota Talk for very kindly allowing me to cast this. Congratulations to Mineski, who are going to be going forward into the next round. And yeah, GG well played. Thanks, guys.